Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please call the roll.
Dunlap.
Here.
Casper.
Here.
Barry. Here. Nenza.
Here.
Schlada.
Here.
Emmerich.
Here. I need to nominate Julie Berry, Secretary Pro Tem for today. Rick is ill, so I'd like to go ahead and make that motion. Is there any discussion?
I'll second.
Gino, second. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great. Beautiful. 3.1, Superintendent's Report.
Yes, thank you. It's my pleasure to report that the board and administration have finalized action plans in the wake of the board survey to staff. My thanks and the board's thanks to staff members who completed the survey. The plans and summary of the work were shared with staff last week. Staff are invited to reach out to Darcy and me at any time, and we will continue to assess our improvements as a result of those action plans and keep the board up to date of our progress. My pleasure to announce that Central's graduation will be May 28th at 6 p.m. There'll be many reminders between now and then, but I just say that to get that on board members' calendars, May 28th at 6 p.m. at Central. I'm very excited to report that our elementary principals, in conjunction with their fifth grade teachers, have finalized plans for a culminating 4-hour field trip for fifth graders to Irons Oaks, and the trips will be on May 12th and 13th. They can't accommodate our entire fifth grade class at once, but the principals are working to split each of their school's fifth grade classes so that they will be intermixing with fifth graders from other schools. At that moment, I've personally been to Irons Oaks many times, and it's going to be an outstanding experience for our fifth grade students. Our e-learning plan is active. It's a multi-year renewal, so no changes were necessary for this year. But I just want to let the board know that the district is prepared for inclement weather, and our e-learning plan is compliant and in good form. Reminder that our January board meeting will be January 13th at 6 p.m. here at the Ad Center, and that there's no committee of the whole meeting in January. Wrapping up the joint annual conference, we had a great conference this year. I was pleased to see many board members in attendance. And just a reminder that if you haven't already, please submit any receipts you might have that require reimbursement to Angela. Congratulations to two District 146 entities for the Public Relations, Illinois Chapter of Public Relations Association Communication Awards. We received two awards this year. One was Fulton's 2024 Flash Jam, was recognized in the video category. So congratulations to Ann Jackson, Joe Glaze, and Matt Kosielik, who produced and directed that Flash Jam video, and to our own Keegan Coaches, who won again for this time in the area of email category for his Board of Education meeting update. So congratulations to all those 146 members who are making us look so great in public. So I'm happy that they got that recognition. We have two condolences this month. Condolences to Keegan and his family. Keegan's father, Kevin Coaches, passed on November 19th. Kevin is a very gifted and dear district communications specialist. And Crystal Schultz's father, Jim, passed away. Crystal's a paraprofessional at Fierick. I'm sorry, there's a third. Casey Johnson's mother-in-law, Marianne, passed as well. Casey's a third grade teacher at Fierick. So we extend our condolences to those 146 family members and their families. And that's all I have for the superintendent's report.
Thank you. 4.1, citizens may address the board at this time. Seeing none.
5.1, union reports.
Alrighty, yep.
happy holidays to everybody. So from the teachers union, we have map testing that's finishing up. We've got the winter elf shopping events that are coming to all the schools and should be loads of fun. Holiday concerts, left, right, and center. Central had theirs last week, and the others in the elementaries are coming up in the next few days. Spirit Week next week, of course, is going to be just chock full with all sorts of fun stuff. And we're all looking forward to a happy and safe break. And best wishes to all of you and your families, and a safe travels for all traveling.
Thank you. Hello, Julie Miner for the ESP Union. I was just letting you know that the Teachers Union and the ESP Union did a holiday food drive, and we collected 15 bags of food, which were donated to the Tinley Pantry. And that's all we've got.
Okay, great work. Can I have a motion for the consent agenda, please?
I move that we adopt items 6.1, approval of minutes, 6.2, approval of closed session minutes, 6.3, approval of the destruction of closed session tapes, 6.4, the approval of financial items, and 6.5, approval of personnel items.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Casper.
Yes.
Barry, yes. Nenza.
Yes.
Shalata.
Yes.
Hammerich.
Yes. 6.6, approval for bid letting for facility projects at Central Middle School.
Yes, we're very excited. It's time now to see if our estimates are accurate and go out to the field and bid these projects. Once we receive the boards, there'll be the bids, there will be an official bid opening, at which time the administration will analyze, share the results with the board, analyze the results, and make a recommendation. And hopefully it will result in some nice physical plant improvements for Central this summer.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve a bid letting for facility projects at Central Middle School as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure.
Is this one of those bid systems where we have to take the lowest bid no matter what, or is it,
So there's a number of regulations. The law says that you will adopt the lowest responsible bidder. As far as responsible, the definition of that is when we receive the boards or the bids, the lowest bidder will be vetted by our architect firm and in the field with other districts who have done projects, done work with those vendors to see whether or not we deem them responsible.
Okay.
Of course, if none of the boards, none of the bids come in under the board's desired cost or target cost, the board's under no obligation to take any action at all, and we can reconsider the project, rebid individual parts of the project, whatever we wish. So
Okay.
if we get 3 bids and one is lowest and they're responsible, that would be the one that you would go with. The idea is to avoid impropriety or giving it to your neighbor instead of
Okay.
the best bid.
thank you.
Discussion? Okay, please call the roll.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Casper.
Yes.
Barry, yes. Nenza.
Yes.
Shalata.
Yes.
Hammerich.
Yes.
6.7, approval of resolution authorizing final aggregate tax levy for the year 2024.
Yes, this is the first of 3 resolutions, all related to the tax levy. This is the main one. It's our actual levy. No changes from last month when we looked at the preliminary levy. As a reminder, the consumer price index this year is 3.4%. That's the maximum we will get from last year. We're asking for a little more just to make sure we capture the full 3.4. Also, as part of the levy process now, there's a new law that we have to present to the board, a fund balance analysis. The state wants to make sure districts are not accruing too much, holding on to too much money in their fund balances. So there, you'll see in board docs, we talked about this last month too. But we are not allowed to have a fund balance that is more than 2.5 times our average expenses for the last 3 years. Well, we're under 1, so we're well within the allowed number. So it's all kind of part of this resolution.
Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve the resolution authorizing the final aggregate tax levy for the year 2024 by the Board of Education of Community Collins Consolidated School District 146, Cook County, State of Illinois, as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion. Please call the roll.
Dunlap,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Barry, yes. Nenza?
Yes.
Shalata?
Yes.
Hammerneck?
Yes.
6.8, approval of resolution authorizing reduction of certain fund levies for the 2024 levy year.
All right, so as mentioned, we're going to get a max of 3.4%. We asked for more. We have to tell the county, since we asked for more, where to take the reduction to get down to the 3.4. The reduction is in the education fund, so that's what this resolution is.
Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve the resolution authorizing the reduction of certain fund levies for the 2024 levy year as presented.
Is there a second? Second. Discussion. Roll, please.
Dunlap,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Barry, yes. Nenza?
Yes.
Shalata?
Yes.
Hammerneck?
Yes.
6.9, approval of supplemental tax levy.
And this one is related to bonds. We issued bonds back in 2022. And at that time, we had a certain debt service extension base, which grows with CPI each year. But when we issued the bonds, we weren't allowed to tax the assumption of the growth in the CPI. So this captures the growth in the CPI since 2022 so that we can pay for our bonds. It's a total of about $50,000 extra dollars, which on a $35 million levy is a very tiny percentage, but it's necessary to fully pay for the bonds that we issued a few years ago.
Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve the resolution authorizing a supplemental tax levy to pay the principal of and interest on outstanding limited bonds of Community Consolidated School District 146 as presented.
Is there a second?
I second.
Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Dunlap,
Yes.
Yes.
Casper, Barry, yes. Nenza?
Yes.
Shalata?
Yes.
Hammerneck?
Yes. 6.10, approval of technology equipment as declared as surplus for sale, donation, or disposal.
Yes, there's been no changes to this list since it was an info item last month. As an aside, the board might like to know that it's been some time since I've reviewed the rules for what's required to be declared before disposal, donation, et cetera. So I'm going to do that between now and the next request for a disposal. So we may find that we've been doing this more often than necessary or in more detail than necessary. Or we may find that we're doing it exactly right. So it's just, having been on the job for a long time, it's nice, these little markers that kind of cue me to refresh and see if there's been any changes in the rules. So this is a customary action by the board to say that indeed the items on the list are not needed by the district anymore, so that we can either sell or donate or dispose of.
Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education declare the tech equipment as surplus for sale, donation, or disposal as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Dunlap, Casper,
Yes.
Barry, yes. Nenza?
Yes.
Shalata?
Yes.
Hammerneck?
Yes.
Okay, 7.1, Vision 2030 resolution.
Yes, I'm going to be asking the board for consideration at the regular January meeting to adopt a resolution in support of Vision 2030. You might recall Vision 2020. I was a member on that team that developed that Vision 2020 in 2014. The board adopted a resolution in support of that. Hundreds of districts across the state did so. As a result of that energy and support for the plan, we were able to pass a number of important pieces of legislation, including evidence-based funding for schools, change the way schools are funded in the state of Illinois to a more equitable and appropriate way. The idea behind it is, why do educators and associations in education sit around and complain about what legislation is being passed by politicians when we've got a state full of experts in education, and instead of waiting to see what they're going to do and coming out for or against it, that we should instead be in front of it and actually drive some of the proposals that lead to how we run public schools in Illinois. So much success with that 2020 program. As a result, ISA led a number of statewide organizations to do the next generation of that effort, which is Vision 2030. I was humbled to be asked to be part of that team as well. That work is done, and now it's time for us to start generating the same kind of support and energy behind it as we did with 2020. So you'll find in board docs a link to the entire plan, as well as the supporting talking points and proposed resolution. And if it pleases the board, I'd like to ask for the board's support in passing that resolution at the regular January meeting. So this is just an info item coming a month ahead of action, as we do typically, to start getting the board learned about the nature of 2030 and whether or not this resolution is something you'll want to support.
Questions? Great. 8.1, communications correspondence. We have quite a few. Let's start with Jill.
Good afternoon. I just wanted to send a quick note to say thank you. First and foremost, thank you for your commitment to our school community. I always tell people that D146 is truly a special place, and I can say that confidently with your continued support and dedication to making D146 so amazing. Secondly, I greatly appreciated the recognition this week during American Education Week and the delicious lunch that you provided. Wishing you and your families a wonderful Thanksgiving. Brooke Dundas.
Dear District 146 Board and Administration, thank you so much for the beautiful plan arrangement in memory of my father. The compassion and support my family received from the board, admin, and staff is a testament to the warmth and generosity of the District 146 community. Your kindness will not be forgotten. Keegan, coaches, and family.
To the Board of Education, thank you for the luncheon provided during American Education Week from all the Ad Center staff. To our Board of Education, thank you so much for the wonderful lunch during American Education Week. It is always a treat to have lunch provided. We appreciate your support and service from the FERC staff.
And thank you for the flowers for Paul. It was very thoughtful of your staff. Tom German.
Thank you, everybody. Can I have a motion for closed session, please?
I move we go into closed session for personnel matters and a collective bargaining matter.
Is there a second?
Second.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Casper.
Yes.
Barry, yes. Nenza.
Yes.
Shalata.
Yes.
Hammernick.
Yes.
There will potentially be action following closed. Okay. Okay, great. So this is 10.1, notice of remedial warning, tenured teacher. Can I have a motion, please?
I move that the Board of Education approve the resolution authorizing the issuance of a notice of remedial warning to Amanda Savarino.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, please call the roll.
Dunlap,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Barry, yes. Nenza,
Yes.
Shalata,
Yes.
Emmernick.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.